Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host. You already know, Kevin. Uncanny anytime, y'all. It's on and popping. We got another mindset discussion that we're going to talk about today. So if you like mindset, make sure you follow this page. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, wherever you at, Facebook, wherever y'all at, wherever I'm streaming. Make sure you like this, share it, subscribe, all of that good stuff. All right. Because if you like mindset topics, that's what I'm bringing to you every single day. Got a good one. Yeah, pretty much every single day. These live topics are every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30. But I got a good one for you. I always got good ones for you. I always say that. But the good one I got for you today is that you can control people. So you got to be careful because you can actually control people, man. And you could argue with me on this one. You could argue with me on this one. You could be like, hold on, man. What are you talking about? But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm gonna say. Okay. In the event where you start thinking a particular way. Actually, let's just give a story. Let's just give a real quick little introduction to what I'm talking about. So let's say it was a guy and a girl, and the guy and the girl were together for a really long time in the past, right? And they was going through really tough things in their relationship, and the guy was always doing stuff that was like real sketch. He was always seemingly flirting with other people and stuff like this, right? So the girl consistently puts him in this box of you're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. Why? Why do you flirt with other girls? Why are you looking at other girls' pages? Why are you liking other girls' stuff? You're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. Well, that girl in essence is programming the individual, even though that might not be on his mind. She's programming him to think to cheat. If you repeat something, over and over and over again, like you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat one day, you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat. Even though that person may be very resilient and they may be like, dude, no, that's not the case. That's not the case. What's happening? What's happening in the quantum field, the invisible field of information that people don't realize is that those words are being projected out into the field over and over and over again. And because we have vocal cords and because our vocal cords vibrate, and that's what makes the sound come out, but that vibration that comes out and then translates into the word creates a frequency that affects brains. It affects minds. Okay? That is the truth. Even though nobody can hear what you are saying, when you yell something outward into this space, things happen. If you continuously yell outward into this space, things happen. So this is why I want to caution you of what you continuously say to your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, what you continuously say outward, period, even to yourself, what you continuously say outward. And so I'm going to break off real quick and I'm going to give you a couple examples that I normally go through, that I normally talk about, which forgive me if I'm saying the wrong nationality, but the Asian doctor that did the water experiment, everybody know about that. Everybody knows about that. Well, guess what? There's water inside of you. You're like 70 to 80% water. And then there's also water in the atmosphere. There's moisture in the atmosphere. You can check the humidity in your city right now. You can check to see the humidity level. That means there's moisture, there's water in the air, even though you can't see it. So let's go back to the experiment. So you go back to the experiment and you look at what happens when you say certain things to the water. Do you really understand how deep this is, y'all? This is super extra deep. And I'm not perfect at this. I'm studying this so I can gear myself to go positive. I initially was going to title this Positivity Over Everything. But I was like, "Nah, let me make it, let me title it in a way that's going to really be like, okay, hold on. What is dude talking about?" Right? So I'm saying you can control people's minds. Why? And then if you look up, let's look this up, right? And y'all can't see this, but I'm finna look up what percentage of water is your brain? 70%. Okay, so let's see. Up to 60% of the human body is water. The brain is composed of 70% water, y'all. And the lungs are nearly 90% water. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. This is why this is so incredibly important to pay attention to, how we're projecting ourselves. And I'm a victim to it as well. I've said it multiple times where I was like, this, I ain't gonna get no help from this person because they never help. I'm saying we gotta completely switch that, y'all. We gotta completely change the game on that, y'all, because that's what's going to completely change the dynamics of our surroundings, which is going to in turn change the world. If that's what we really trying to do, the people that's watching this, if you really trying to make some changes, and again, changing your inner world to change the outer world, if you really want to make some changes, you gotta pay attention to this stuff. You gotta understand it. You gotta listen to it. You gotta be able to really study it and science it. And that's what I'm realizing more and more and more. I'm like, I gotta be extremely careful, even though I habitually go into the mode where I'm like, dude, but studies show, history shows this person just never helped out, or was never capable of doing X. That does not matter. That does not matter. You want to continuously push out positive energy. Why? Because water is everywhere. Water is in you. Water is in your mind. Water is in the atmosphere. And all of that, if you look at the water experiment, proves true. What you say to it matters. Even the plants the plants are affected as well. Why? Probably because they got a percentage of water in it. So if that's the case, so let's go back to the story. Let me circle back to the story. The girl's continuously telling this dude, "Yo, you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat." He's like, "No, I'm not, no, I'm not. You're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat." At some point, one of them is going to win out. And whoever is more emotionally charged is going to win out, because that's what's going to charge that energy. That's what's going to charge that frequency, that vibration of what is being said more and more and more. It's the same as if somebody is getting hit over and over and over again. If the hits get stronger and stronger and stronger over time, because that person's belief in it is getting stronger because they keep repeating it to themselves over and over and over again, that is why you're able to literally, and it sound wild, but you are literally able to control people's minds if you continuously do that. So we want to go into the realm of pushing out positivity, because is that's one of the fundamental sources of how things can change for the better. If we all want things to be better, if we all want life to be better, if we all want great things to happen for everyone and everything, we gotta facts. We gotta really pay attention to this, y'all. And I'm really talking to myself, y'all, because I almost fell into that. I'm dead serious. Just yesterday, I was talking to some people, and I'm like, man, they not gonna help me. Like, they not gonna help me. And I'm like, I can't do that. I cannot do that, because what do I want to happen? What do I want to happen? What I want to happen is that, yeah, they decide to give me some assistance. 100%. I'm like, yeah, I want to be assisted. So I'm going to have to, even though all of the evidence shows, even though all of the history shows that this wasn't something that I was going to get, I still have to push past that. I have to push through that and say, this is what I want to happen, though. This is what I want to happen, though. And I'm telling you, if you repeatedly go in that direction, if you emotionally charge that direction, and you say, you know what, they're gonna come through for me. They're gonna change for the better. Now, I'm not saying that that's gonna happen after the first time you say it. I'm not saying that's gonna happen after the 70th time you say it, right? Because it all depends on you. It all depends on you and your emotion. Because even though I can say that sometimes, you can even hear subconsciously in your head of you being like, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't gonna work. No, no, no. That's because we gotta work on ourselves first. We got to work inside, and okay, what do I want? I want positive things to happen. I'm looking for positivity. That's why writing down affirmations are so important. That's why journaling is so important. That's why recapping your day is so important, because you need to log how what you're doing. What are you doing? You got to become more self-aware to be like, what am I actually doing though? I know what I'm saying I want, but what am I actually doing? Am I conscious of that? Am I conscious of that? Because if you're not, which most of us aren't, a huge, massive percentage of us are not. And I'm diving into this every single day. And I know that I'm not even diving into it as much as I possibly can. It is work, y'all. It is work. It is a bunch of work to pay attention to yourself all day, over and over and over again, to correct yourself when you, even if you just trying to stop saying filler words. I've said this so many times. For you to catch yourself every time, be like, okay, I didn't mean to say here's what I meant to say, or let me pause instead of saying you have to be super hyper present to do that. You got to be deep in the present moment to be like, okay, I don't want to go in that direction. That's the direction I don't want to go in. I want to go in this direction. Focus your mind on it, correct it, and then say it. And do that every single time you haphazardly, knee-jerk reaction, go in the subconscious way that you've been doing for the past whatever years that you want to change that programming. You have to continuously, over and over and over again, repeatedly tell yourself, I want better. I want change. I'm going to do this now. And then you actually actively have to correct it. Actively. It's a lot of work. It's not fun at all. It's a lot of work. But if you truly want your life to go in a better direction, you must do this. You must do this, because that's the only way your circumstances are going to change. That's why the saying, change your inner world, change your outer world, is the truth. That's why it's the truth. And it's so deep, y'all. It's so freaking deep, y'all. Because I'm telling you, I just was saying this yesterday. I was like, see, they ain't gonna help me, man. They never help me, dude. They, every time I need something, they push back. And I'm like, why am I thinking that, dude? I cannot think that. I'm like, no, they're gonna help me. It's fine. But even if they don't, y'all, do not go into the realm of, see, this stupid stuff don't work. See, these affirmations, this stuff don't work. It only isn't working because you have to ingrain it over and over and over and over again so that it starts going in that direction. When I'm in the gym, I'm not expecting to hit 10 jump shots off rip. I'm not expecting to hit 10 jump shots off rip. That would be ridiculous. Why? Because I have not trained that ability. Over a long period of time, I'm going to be able to string some along. I just was doing that today. I'm like, okay, Kev, come on, let's try and hit 10 straight this time. And I did on a couple of occasions. Why? Because I've been, if you check my TikTok, you check my lives, I've been going freaking live. I've been shooting threes for the past year. I've been shooting threes for the past year, y'all, trying to hit 10 in a row. That's what you have to do with your mind, though. I'm just metaphorically translating that to something physical, but it's the exact same thing mental. But it's harder because you can't visibly see the results right away. That's why it's going to be difficult, because we're looking for that tangible. We're looking for that gratification immediately. Like, come on, I'm trying to see the buckets. I'm trying to see the buckets. But there is a lot of time and dedication and effort that is going to go into that. And like Zach said, man, that's my I was like, oh yeah, repeated reminders, repeated refines us. When I thought of that, I was like, oh, that's it, man. That's it. That is it. You gotta repeat it and repeat it and repeat it over and over and over again so that you can be refined. How are swords made? They hammering on it over and over, refining it, dipping it back in the hot liquid, whatever, and then, well, it still got some defects. Hammer and hammer. That is a metaphor for our lives, y'all. Everything you can use. And I love one of the TikToks I recently saw. This dude held up a Red Bull can. You can check my feed because I just stitched it. He said, everything that man has created, there is a equal representation of God's manifestation that we can use. And that's what this is, y'all. All of the things that we're able to do, all of the things that we see, everything is replicated. It's whatever, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. So I just like to come on here to try and encourage you, because I know, here's why I come on here, man, and I don't trip on anything. And there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know about, that I'm trying to make sure I get myself on track, that I don't fall out and just be off the grid. Okay. But I am determined to come on here and relay this information, because I know it will help change the future, man. I know it will help change the world, y'all. I'm so serious about this stuff, man. I'm so serious about this, because if you really actually pay attention to what I'm talking about, and you really put in the work and really be like, okay, you know what? All right, man, I gotta really pay attention to myself. I gotta really focus in, and even those small knee-jerk reaction times where I'm like, see, man, them fools don't never help. See that fool's the same fool. They gonna be the same fool. Every time I say that, I'm making that truth, which is in essence controlling these people, man. But if I decide, because if that person is unconsciously doing that, here's where this comes into play. And then I'm gonna leave it at that, where I said you can control people's minds. Here's where that comes into play, because we see this all the time. Me and Zach was actually just talking about this. People get just randomly programmed. People are just randomly programmed. Why? They watch the news, they feel a certain type of way, and they don't even know why they feel a certain type of way, because it's like, I'm just taking in information. If that's the case, I want to make sure that the information I'm putting out is positive, because I want them to think positive. because that's going to make our lives better. I want everybody's life to be better, not just mine. That's not fun. It's not, oh yeah, I'm out here in Barbados by myself. And it's like, you know what? Them cats, Elon, Jeff Bezos, all of this stuff, it's like, it's cool. But I'm telling you, if I was at that level, I'm finna try and do the utmost to put this type of information out on a massive scale. On a massive scale. That's it's gonna be heavily promoted, because that's the way I would love people to think. Why? Because I truly believe that's going to drastically change our lives for the better. Again, not just mine, not just my life, everybody's life, everybody's life. And then a lot of the problems and stuff should start working themselves out. People will start being more self-aware. They start thinking like, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, this probably isn't a good idea. Some of the stuff that it's like people know, but they like, well, it's making me money. You know what I mean? Like, skip that, dude. Skip that, man. That's not how this works, man. These are people's lives that we talking about. This is you as far as you know, as far as you know, not as far as you believe and not as far as faith you have, as far as you actually know, is that you got one shot at this. You got one shot at this. And I'm like, I know what I'm finna do with my one shot. It's this. It's try and help gear people to think more positively, because I know that that's going to help everybody. I know that's going to help that individual, and then that's going to help that individual circle, and then that's going to spread to everything else. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all today, man. I don't mean to go too far. I was like, dang, Kev, come on, dog. You got, man, it's so deep. It's just so deep, man. And I talk about this all the time, y'all. Y'all know how long I've been doing this. I talk about this all the time, and I'm like, dang, I'm still tripping. I gotta think positively more often than not. I gotta be like, yes, they're gonna change. Yes, they're gonna be better. Yes, they're gonna do great things. Yes, 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 and focus my mind on that, and do not dwell on the past, whatever, and be like, no, they're great, they're awesome, they're gonna be amazing, they're gonna help out, they're gonna change for the better, and focus my energy on that as much as I possibly can all the time. That's hard. I'm talking about some real life superhero stuff, y'all. I'm talking about, you can't see it, but this is, I'm in the line of superhero business work, man. That's just what I'm on. And I was even talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, and I can't expect for that to be reciprocated. I can't expect for that to be reciprocated. Why? Because the greatest man, Jesus, he didn't. He was like, man, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Well, I'm out. And that's just how it was. And I'm like, do you understand how much that's just, there's no power. There's no power like it. There's no power like it, man. Cause I get into the mode where I'm like, yeah, sometimes I want to slap people. But to restrain that is the greatest power of all time. If you can absolutely restrain that, and to really, really love people, man, to really love people, because I really love myself. I'll tell y'all this multiple times. I love the heck out of myself, man. I love the way my body works. I like going out and playing basketball. I love all of it. I love how my mind works. I love how I look. All of that, the defects, the teeth, all of that stuff, man. It's like whatever. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. If I can keep this the way it is right now, into times indefinite, I would love that. I would love to stay in this form. It would be great for me. But yeah. And if we can improve it, if we can improve upon it even more so, that would be even better. But anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent. So that's what I have for y'all today. Just remember, y'all, mindset matters, man. Mindset matters more than anything else. All right. Mindset matters more than anything else, man. We are here. Mindset Matters mission. We are here to help you to minimize stress and to focus on the good. That's what this is all about. All right. And so focus on the good, y'all. Focus on the good as much as you can. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And I know sometimes we are the ones who get beat down and it's unfair. It is. But for some reason, you set up like that. For some reason, you built for that. You built to take on all of that. That just shows how absolutely powerful you are. That's what that shows. That shows that you're a ridiculous phenom of energy. And so take pride in that. Don't get crazy, obviously, but be like, man, this is what I'm built for. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take on all of this, all of these things. Jesus did, man. The whippings, the spitting on them, the all of that. He was just like, all right, I'm built to take it. And it's like, dang, dude, that's wild. And you would expect, no, I want great things because I'm doing these good things. And it's like, unfortunately, the timeline, the way it's set up, it's just not gonna go like that. And that, I'm just starting to get more into the realm of just accepting it and being like, man, it just is what it is. What do I want though? What do I want? I want people to live a better life. I want people to live and have a happier life. And if I have to go through the punches, if I have to go through all of the beatings and the kickings and all of that, then that's what it's gonna be, man. And I have to fully embrace and accept that. That's just what it is. All right. So I love you guys. Tune in next Tuesday, 8:30. Y'all know where I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna be on here. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Do the best you can to focus on the good, to think positive things for everybody in your circle, for anybody you know. All right. Again, share this. Share this if you really think somebody might benefit from it. Dead serious. Like this, all of that good stuff. Follow us, man, if you want to hear more stuff like this. All right. Love you guys. Anytime. Out.